Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for allowing me to take part in this general budget discussion 2022-23. At the outset, I would like to thank our Honorable Chief Minister for presenting such an inclusive and productive budget 2022-23. Firstly, sir, I would like to thank our government, each and every department, for the overall development of our state and especially of my constituency. When we look to roads connectivity, I would like to thank the present government, particularly the PWD, for numerous roads projects, that is especially the Umrit 9-mile Baridwa to Umsen, of which the works are in full swing and hope that it will be completed very soon. So there are other roads schemes under the CRF, RIDF, PMGSY and the state, which some of the contractors are going slow. And I would like to urge upon the department to look into the matter by speeding up these different road projects. So, as my constituency comprises of many villages, and the area itself is big, and there are many villages which are still need the attention of the government for road connectivity. So, Pilyangata, Maikuli, and many other villages situated in the border with Assam, but with no proper road. So, I and the people will be very much happy that these particular villages get road connectivity as early as possible. As the population keeps on increasing, we are witnessing that people from time to time are facing problems in dumping their garbages. So, in Bonihat, we can see that people dumping their garbages and waste to their own wish due to non-available government land for dumping of waste and garbages. So with this regards, sir, I am urging the government of the day to allot to at least one public dumping ground for the people of Bonihat, so that no garbages and waste can be seen on the roadside of the national highway. So, as the government is very serious in resolving long pending border dispute with Assam, expect that phase 1 to resolve very soon. Through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, I am again urging the government to adopt free registration of land within 1 kilometer at least from the border point of other state, in order to encourage landowners to formally register their holdings of land with the Meghalaya government. We look to health sector, sir. The health and wellness of the people should remain as top priority and concern of the government. So we are looking in terms of population and area-wise, my constituency and the population is increasing from day to day, and thus could lead to shortage of staff and facilities, etc. More so, sir, as the area of my constituency is very big, I and the people will be very happy if the government, through health department, would consider to look for better alternatives to increase the standard of health sector, especially for my constituency. Upgradation of sub-centers, PHCs, CHCs, could improve the health system of our people. Sir, I would be very much happy if the upgradation of sub-centers, PHCs, CHCs, etc., but I know that it would not be easy for the government to upgrade all these mentioned at a very short time frame. But for one very important PHC, that is Bonihat, which I myself could witness, daily rush to this PHC, which is overburdened to the staff, doctors, and lack of adequate facilities. So my request to you, Mr. Speaker, sir, that Bonihat PHC could be upgraded to a CHC so that manpower and facilities or a better health system can serve the people and patients at the right time. We go to education, sir. Education for all is a very good slogan, and it's a type of awareness to each and every family members that they send their own children to school. This can really change the society and life of our people. I would like to thank the government, education department for the wonderful and beautiful model degree college constructed at Patalkma, which is 100% completion. I and the people of my constituency, we are expecting the full functional of this college from this year onwards, sir. So my expectation from this government for more and more infrastructures and facilities for better education for all the people of my constituency. Through you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to request the government of the day to speed up the allocation of Eklavya Model Residential Schools, which the land procedures for the construction of Eklavya Model Residential Schools and the two lands have been handed over to the Education Department by the village Dorvas. And it is a fact that many villages in my constituency with no school. So I would like to request the government to look into the matter so that children will get the chance to go to school for learning. So when we go to electricity, electrification to each and every houses, village and villages is a very much needed. So some of the villages of my constituency have not been able to get electricity. Some of these villages are not getting electricity due to poor and maybe due to the breakdown of transformers. Some of them continuously for the last 2, 3, 4 or maybe 5 or more years. I would be pleased if the electricity problems can be solved into at the earliest by the department, sir. With tourism sector, sir, there are many places in my constituency which can be developed into a tourist spot that can be attract the people, not only our neighboring state, but to many of the tourists. Since, sir, I am requesting the government once again to consider for any tourist potential area for a development. Sir, one very important attention which I always consider that Khanapara to Banihat as the forehead of our state and capital Shillong. So I'm looking forward to the government for special development and beautification of all these areas along Khanapara to Banihat. Sir,
please try to wind up. The
sir,
time is going to be-
1 minute, sir. This government, under the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, Sir Conrad K. Sangma, have performed very well for the last 4 years. Sir, there are many projects and other facilities which needed government attention, especially for my constituency. And sir, if I'm not mistaken, this is the third time that in this August House that I'm raising the issue of Pathma Administrative Unit to upgrade to a civil subdivision, as most of the villages under this administrative unit are very far from the district headquarters. So it makes the people met with difficulties in fulfilling any office work at the district headquarters. So, through you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to request the government of the day to consider for the upgradation of Pathma Administrative Unit to a civil subdivision, so that we can see a better administration of the government for the people of my constituency. So with only these few submissions, sir, I would like to resume my seat. Thank you.
Thank you.